Hello there. It's Friday morning, 8 o'clock. We've got 3 men on site and 3 drillers. So we've a lot of drillers on site. It's spit spotting with rain. We had a lot of rain last night, tanks overflowing. The Wi-Fi is back on. The Wi-Fi has been playing up last 2 days. 2 days ago it was off all day, and yesterday it was off all day again. So yesterday's video will be uploaded this morning. We'll have a look at the piggery. I'll turn the camera around and we'll have a look at the little pig. There he is. He surprised me again. I was down early on this morning and I gave him some more dextrose water, which he drank just about a full bowl again. And he's up and about, his tail's wagging. Wynne says he's eating some food. When I was down early this morning, he was just nosing the food. So what I'll do this morning is I'll get him some fresh water with dextrose powder, and I'll mix some food in it. Because I haven't seen him eating. Wynne says he's been eating, but I want to see it myself. I'll give him another shot of antibiotics this morning. But yeah, he's surprised me. He's got himself a new bed. So we'll see how we go with him. But he's looking good. So as usual, I'll make 2 or 3 videos throughout the day. And we'll get back to you shortly. Right, back again. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We've managed to get a bit of work done. We've had light rain, but it's been workable since about 10 o'clock this morning. So we've been working on the roof. I'll do a closing video and show you what we've achieved. The video yesterday, the Wi-Fi's been on and off for the last 3 days, so I think that was loaded this morning. So we're out of sync a little bit. I made a couple of comments last night, and then I knew the comments would get back. Useless, you're being scammed and all this nonsense. So I'm replying to them comments. Now, before I came to the Philippines, like everybody else I assume, and before I went to Thailand as the same, the YouTube is full of warnings about being scammed and ripped off and skin tax and paying more than locals and all this sort of stuff. Now obviously it depends where you are in the Philippines, what island you're in, whether you're in the city or whether you're in the provinces or whatever, so everywhere is slightly different. But if you go down the market here, it'll be the same in the city, I've no doubt. If you're a foreigner, they'll charge you a little bit more than the local Filipinos. Now, for example, Potatoes are expensive here, but I eat potatoes obviously, and the price I pay for potatoes is 140 pesos a kilo. Now in Compostela, I've been around here for 12 months and more. It doesn't matter if I'm with Jean or not. We pay the same price as everybody else. Now on other markets in the now, Jean goes by herself because she would have had to pay a little bit more for things. But if you go down the market and potatoes 140 pesos a kilo, and you're a foreigner, you probably get charged 160 pesos a kilo, an extra 20 pesos, which is, how much is it? I don't know, an extra 10 or 15 pence or whatever for a kilo of potatoes. Well, if you don't want to be scammed, as people call it, and I wouldn't really put it in them terms at all, if you don't want to pay that extra 15 pence a kilo, 155 instead of 160 instead of 140, buy your paid potatoes in the shopping mall. There you pay 180 pesos a kilo, just the same as the locals. That's why the locals go to the bloody wet market. So it's pretty much a nonsense. A lot of this attitude that Westerners are being cheated or scammed, or you're talking pennies. Now, of course, if you're buying some land, you've got to be a bit more careful. Because there's a lot of scams out there. You have to know what you're doing. And you can get proper information off YouTube, not just the rubbish information. So, we get on to workers. Now, a construction workers in Cebu province, different to other places, for a good worker it costs you 500 pesos a day for a labourer. A concreter like Win will cost you 600 pesos a day. And then a builder who knows a little bit of everything and has built buildings and houses for decades, it'll cost you 750 pesos a day. Now, 500 pesos a day is how much is it? Can't think. £5 a day. And that can be a 10-hour day if that's what you wish, with an hour for lunch. But it doesn't matter if they work 10 hours a day or 8 hours a day, you'll only get 7 hours work out of them. They're not stupid. They pace themselves like any builders in the West who pace themselves. Fellas 50-40-year-old can't go out flat out with a shovel and pick all day. A 20-year-old can't. Well, 20-year-old maybe does, maybe can, because there's no more sense. So when you bear in mind the cost of labour here, who's scamming who? You could say that the Westerners scamming the worker here, but no, not really, because that's the wages here. The fact that it's £5 a day is only in our minds. 500 pesos a day here is a fair day's pay. Now I can get men on this site. I've had 3 men on this site more or less for 15 months. Not the same 3, Wind's been here all along. But I could get 3 men on this site for 300 pesos a day. But if you pay peanuts, you get monkeys, as the saying goes. If you want skills, used to pay a fair day's pay. And that for a labourer is £5 a day. Not £5 an hour, or £15 an hour, or $15 an hour, I would think. But that's what people earn in McDonald's, I believe now, $15 an hour, $18 an hour. So it's certainly value for money here. And that's the workers scamming the Westerners. You can't reach that opinion with watching 3 or 5 2-minute clips in a full day. It's just nonsense. Now, I've been around a bit. Do you really think that I'd allow these fellas to scam me over a period of 15 months? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm not as green as I am cabbage looking. So I've enjoyed that. I enjoyed the comments as well. I had 1 or 2 comments sticking up for me. That was quite nice as well. Fellow in I forget, island to the south of Indonesia, I think. He said he'd employ these fellas any day of the week. He's done a lot of building in Indonesia, I think it was. Yeah, I've got 3 good blokes, there's no doubt about that. So I'll leave it there, and I'll make a final video this afternoon. I did a bit of a fast forward video, I can't think of the proper word. I did one yesterday, but the phone went flat on the battery, so I finished it with nothing. I've done maybe an hour today, because they have been on the roof. Unfortunately, the far side, so not a lot of activity, but I'll show you on the next video what they've done. We've made quite a good lot of progress today, in spite of the rain. And the reason for that is all the preparation which was done yesterday. So yeah, it's all good, and I'll see you on the next clip. 10 to 5, so I'll make a closing video. Lots of black clouds, but it's fine. We've been lucky today with the weather. So we'll start down the piggery. Because it was raining this morning, we couldn't do anything outside, so what we've done is we've given the pens a good clean out and disinfect, and we've split these little pigs up. We've got 5 of the bigger ones in this pen and 4 of the small ones in that pen, and we've got 4 in that one. Now the small pig which is sick, if he gets better, he'll go into either that pen or that pen. So we'll go and have a look at him. It's quite comfy in his little crib. I'll go and disturb him, see what he's like. No, he's lively enough. He looks very comfortable. He's grunting, his tail's wagging. Yeah, it's coming good again. So I'll be back down here in half an hour or so to light the mosquito coils. And if he's still in his little crib, I'll get him out and make sure he's walking around. He'd probably get out himself and go under the heat lamp. Oh, I've missed half the story. I'll go back. Yeah, so it was wet this morning. So I'm going to transfer the pigs and everything, but before that, I got them in here to get rid of all the rubbish out of here. Now I was going to get them to shutter up this pen ready to pour concrete, but Wynne didn't want to do that because it means cutting the 8x4 sheets of plywood, and he doesn't want to cut them until he's finished the fence. Then he'll cut them in half to shutter this up. So happy with that, that made sense. And all the rubbish spread out at that side is in this pen now. So that's a lot better. Now, we are thinking of keeping 2 of these female pigs. We'll have a look this weekend and make a final decision whether we're going to keep them or not. And if we are, then we'll move them into these gestation pens. As much to try them out and see that if they work and that they've got enough space in there. We don't really want them turning round. They probably will do at the size they are, but when they get to 120 kilo, they won't be able to turn round. So that's what we'll do this weekend. And we'll maybe have next week, we'll maybe have a couple of pigs in them pens and see how they work. So we'll go back up the top and have a look what we've been doing. So the drillers have been working away, making very little progress. But as you can see on the front there, we've got the fascia board on, and then the secondary, well, they don't call it a fascia board, that joins the roof, ties in the roof to the fascia board. So they've got the biggest part of the sheets fitted.
Excuse me.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Excuse me.
So this side of the roof, the fascia board's fitted and the joining board onto the roof is done. All these sheets are fastened on. So we've just got 3 sheets to fasten on, and the fascia board around this edge, and the guttering to finish off to the end, which is already prepared from yesterday somewhere. So yeah, it's all looking good. So that's about it, I think, for today. As the drillers start off again. So we'll leave it there and we'll do it all again tomorrow.